All right, hello and welcome. How's everyone doing tonight? Close enough to the start time. I'm just gonna go ahead and get this going. Hello to Cinnabon Bunny and hello John DeMarco. We are continuing our descent into the madness with Call of Cthulhu, the 2018 game that is on sale at Steam right now, and GOG Games. I forget which one I got it on. I think I got it on Steam this time, but like the day after it went on sale at GOG, it went on sale at Steam. So apologies to DJ. I know you're streaming too right now, my friend. I just want to play some games. So here we go. Let's see. I'm gonna lower this down just a little bit. Y'all tell me if that game volume gets a little too overbearing. So here's where we are. If you weren't here for the last stream, we got this case where Private Eye and we're trying to figure out what happened with this Hawkins family death. There was a wife, a husband, and a child, and they burned in the fire. The wife was blamed for the whole thing, said she's crazy. So you come to this island that's off the coast of Boston, and
The secret passage under the manor.
and things
It's like
aren't
a
what they
detective
seem.
novel. That guy must have already gotten far.
Yeah, and he had a direct means of entry to the crime scene. We must find him.
What is this place? It's more than just a tunnel. Look, someone's been here recently.
3 seats.
Okay, so this is our investigation part. So I'm pretty sure that this bandaged man that we're chasing right now is the husband. That the husband and wife got into the fight. The wife threw a lamp at him, it seems, like an oil lamp. So he's all burned up and crap. And the wife and the son died in the fire. And I think that's where we're at. And you know what? I'm actually going to stop here for a second. Let's make this a little fun here. Why not? I'm gonna turn on StreamYard, so y'all guys will be welcome to come join me on StreamYard, which I hadn't intended to, but hey, why not? We can chew gum and walk at the same time, I think. So I'm gonna, let's see, how do I want to do this? There we go. I won't have my avatar because I'm using the webcam right now. Let me add myself. Share the screen. Ooh, I'm gonna try sharing audio. We'll see if this goes just horrendously bad for us. Yeah. And you guys just gonna wait while I fart around doing this. There you go. We'll see how this works. And Cinnamon saying I couldn't hear you. You couldn't hear me over Darren. So hopefully we don't get an echo, because as far as the game is concerned, I should be coming in the audio from StreamYard and the game at the same time. But we'll see. We'll see. So, hey Jeff Franklin, how you doing? I just dropped the chat in there, so anyone who wants to join in, by all means, please do so. And then, one last thing, we will switch over to this. There we go. So now we can see everyone who's in the chat, if anyone feels like joining, and I'll resume the game. Okay, so when I'm investigating, I have to go around this crime scene and look for clues. And eventually, as I do things, we should start to get
Hawkins
everything unfolded.
Who were the others?
And yes, Cinnabon Bunny, I did sing on Rambling Canucks live stream last night, and I actually tried to show it to my wife today, and was really surprised to find out that it had been taken down. The live stream's gone. Okay.
What is this mask supposed to represent?
And happy birthday, by the way, Jeff Franklin. I hope you've been having a good one. Hope you at least got to go out and do something fun for your birthday. Even if it's just like getting out and walking. Well, thank you, Cinnabon.
Whatever Charles Hawkins hid here, he didn't want it in his house.
I honestly wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. I couldn't find any version of the song that like was a karaoke. So it was no lyrics, just the instruments and then the text. Everything I found was either like, here's the lyrics, and then it would do the song along with it, or it was like some weird version. And Wesley's saying, I skip chats now. No, I'm not skipping your chats, Wes. At least not purposely. Oh, you're saying that you're not allowed home till 6 a.m.? Is it like an inventory night or something? Can I actually look in here? I mean, real life, that should just be a box for me to... I say real life like this game is real. In the game, I should be able to actually like open it up. See, I'm not seeing any more clues. I think I've discovered everything I can from this scene. And Jeff is saying Rambling takes those karaoke streams down because they get hit hard by copyright strikes. Oh, I bet. Wesley's saying he's at work and the city has a curfew. No one is allowed outside until 6 a.m. Oh, so you have like a 6 to 6. Yeah, I remember you telling me that. 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew. That is insane. Well, it's not letting me leave the investigation. There must be something more that I'm missing. Let's keep looking around for it. John's saying they instituted a curfew in his city as well. There's a sporting goods store torch last night. Holy crap!
This piece of cloth is unmistakably from a dress. Was Sarah Hawkins here?
Yeah, there's no curfew here, thankfully. Just saying they should let you drive home from work. That's crazy. Okay, Wes, are you just being facetious? Surely, I mean, I know they have the curfew, but you're allowed to go home, right?
This padlock is too complicated for me.
Wes is saying if he gets arrested, he'll live stream it. Okay, let's see if I don't have enough skills to upgrade. I have 3 character points available. I need 5 to max out my investigation. But maybe I should... Oh, it's assigning them. Shoot, undo. I have 4 CP available. I need that to upgrade my psychology skills. I need 6 to find things better. Do I want to bump up psychology? I kind of want to max out my investigation, to be honest. But that is falling behind. Okay, we're gonna improve my psychology. And I'm a little bit better at understanding people and their motives. There we go. Cinnabon Bunny is saying, yes, if you get stopped by them, they'll tell him to go home. That's insane to me. Like, okay, so So Wes, or anyone facing a curfew right now, are they doing this because of the rioting going on, or are they doing this because of COVID? Like it is seriously insane to me how many rights we have had stripped away in the past couple months. First, it was just limiting our constitutional right to peaceably assemble, and now we're almost on martial law. Like, that's insane to me. Okay, everyone's saying it's because of the riots. Okay, that's slightly more understandable, I guess, but still. Which I've been hearing some more stuff about that. You know, it's really tragic that this guy lost his life, and that it was over something so minor, so meaningless. But I have been hearing that it turns out he wasn't just like the cop wasn't on his throat. It turns out the cop was in an appropriate spot, but the guy also had like heart problems and like 6 other problems going on. So it was a complication of things. But the autopsy's been released. He did not die from asphyxiation, according to the autopsy report.
Of course.
And something tells me that the key is climbing these steps. There's tunnels all over this island. Given the size of this cave, there's gotta be other entrances.
The passage continues further down. Might as well start with that.
I ain't gonna squeeze in there. I'll find another way. If possible, I prefer not to ruin my uniform.
Fine, fine. Go look for another entrance. I'll try my luck down below.
So this officer we're working with, he got cut up by this crime lord lady named Kat. And he's actually a decent guy. Like, when I first saw him, I thought he was just going to be on the take of the mafia. But he's actually kind of a cool guy so far. We'll see if that doesn't change. But I mean, so how sad is it that this guy, he one, just minding his own business and this happened to him. That is truly tragic. Well, I guess, I mean, he was kind of doing some illegal stuff, but like nothing majorly illegal, which is what makes it tragic. And then also just the fact that the cops weren't out, like they didn't have it out for him. And everyone rioted thinking, oh, they got out for this poor guy, and it turned out they didn't. And that just makes it all the more tragic that we're rioting over something that was tragic, yeah, but wasn't nefarious. You know, Mr. Miles had a good theory. Mr. Miles, chief engineer, he was guessing that, or speculating, I should say. He was speculating that people are just on edge right now with all the lockdown COVID stuff.
An old diary.
And people are just exploding. Like, it was already a powder keg because of the lockdown. And this was just the spark that lit it. Which, I don't know, this kind of stuff just, it annoys me because of how unnecessary it was. Okay, this volume, it mentions the beliefs of the lost tribe. They worshipped an entity that spoke to them in their sleep. The whole tribe seemingly disappeared in mass sacrifice to the glory of their deity. And Jeff is saying, apparently the riots in DC set fire near the White House, including St. John's Church. Oh, that's just so pointless. Why go after the church? And Captain Trek, hey Captain Trek, how you doing tonight? He's saying the way people are acting, martial law may be better until people choose to behave civilly. Cinnabon is agreeing with Jeff. And John's saying not justifying it, but pent-up frustration from the quarantine is probably making the problem worse. Yeah, that's what Mr. Miles is saying, yeah. Which,
sad
maybe
way
so.
to go.
Let's see, Jeff saying, Wesley, there's definitely people coming in to the major cities from the outside. Oh, because Wes is saying that they're being paid to riot. I don't know about that. I'd have to see some hard proof for that.
These paintings must be several centuries old.
So one of the things around this strange mystery going on is that there was a mysterious catch. That this was a whaling city, and they caught like all the whales disappeared. All the whales disappeared, not died. They disappeared. And then some ship went out, the Celia, and it caught the most enormous whale ever. And there seems to be something odd about this catch. And then Jeff was saying people are definitely coming from the outside major cities, into major cities from the outside. See, I do believe that. I think that's been pretty well shown that people do that. I don't know about being paid. Cinema's saying Captain Trek, official martial law declared after the Corona lockdown, people would lose their stuff even more. Okay, so this is a point of no return. I think I found everything I need to find here, so we'll go ahead and jump. I see Cinnabon saying organized, not necessarily paid. Okay, yeah, I can definitely see that. That they definitely. It seems like they chose. It does seem like there is planning. I mean, even if the organization was just on Facebook, hey, everyone, come and protest here. Which is what happened in Dallas. I was real disappointed. In Dallas, the protesters like stopped at the freeway for a little bit over this, and I don't know. I've almost stopped paying attention to national news.
Time has weakened these structures.
You know, that. You know, I haven't completely stopped paying attention to national news, but I've definitely reduced my intake of national level news. Simply because there are a few things that happen on a national level in day-to-day life that affect me locally. That, you know, just hearing that someone died, hearing that, you know, some baby was born on a national level, these things don't impact me. But hearing about, like, all the fears going on all around the nation, like, all it does is stir up panic locally.
I don't have time to search them all.
Okay, up is where he went. I want to come down. I want to see what sort of stuff we can find down here first. Okay, we've seen these bottles once before. They had some sort of toxic gas in them.
Again. What is it used for?
At least it seemed toxic. It was giving me trouble. Jeff was saying almost had a major incident in Minneapolis. They blocked off the roads. Protesters on one side of the freeway almost got hit from a semi. Ooh. They somehow got into the road and couldn't stop in time. And Captain Trek's talking about people in the U.S. are too used to having their rights. They're privileged. We've gotten used to having also the countries far more than U.S. Also other countries far more than U.S. People in the U.S. are too used to having their rights, their privileges we've gotten used to having. I didn't follow that last little bit of the train of thought there, Captain Trek. Sorry. John saying Trump wants to officially label Antifa as the T word. I kind of agree with that. Everywhere they show up, there's definitely violences that follow. Well, you know what? I'm going to immediately walk back that sentence. Because I have a very specific definition for the T word.
What's going on here?
Piers!
Keep your voice down. We're not alone.
Good God. What have you got me into?
We'll see. I'll go on. Try to go down on your side.
Yeah, there's a passage. I'll meet you at the bottom.
So, and this is honestly a pet peeve of mine from the Star Trek Deep Space Nine days, when the Bajorans, sometimes they're freedom fighters, sometimes they're labeled terrorists, and I thought it was a really dumb thing that they kept doing. Simply because whenever someone talks about, you know, this was a homegrown act of terrorism, this was homegrown terrorism, or whatever, I think it actually devalues what a terrorist is. And I think that's like a really important distinction. That a terrorist is someone who is part of an organization, typically military in nature, whose function is to attack civilian targets, specifically civilian targets, in order to garner sympathy or force societal change in favor of their group.
A table for sacrifice? A mass grave?
So they're killing sea life. That kind of looks like me. Like me in the game. Oh, hello. Oh, down we go. All right then. Oh, this is where the game started.
I gotta...
Like, this is the nightmare we had at the very beginning of the game.
I can't breathe. What's happening?
Okay, some situations and encounters make you panic. Flee the place as quickly as you can. I wonder what will happen if I don't.
No, damn it! I must find a way out of here. No,
Oh, this
damn
is
it.
freaky.
I must find a way out of here.
Okay, let's go back into this area. I'm not seeing anything on that. Let's try this cave area again. If I crouch, can I get in here? Alright, alright. Okay. Whew.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is time. You will soon be one of us, if your body and mind are ready.
I dream of it every night. I have constant visions. I am ready.
Good enough. Prove it to us.
It's like in my dream.
Yeah, I enjoy that sanity thing where you just had to get out of there as quickly as possible. So yeah, I think that someone attacking, like the Oklahoma City bomber, people call him a domestic terrorist, but he didn't have, he didn't have any goal. He didn't have any bigger picture thing going on for him. He was just out to hurt people. And I think that
it seems to have been
labeling
used
him
recently. Probably some sort
as a
of
terrorist,
ritual.
it ignores what terrorism actually is, and it devalues terrorism.
I can't read Latin.
Or devalues the horrors, or it takes away some of the horror of it. Like, oh yeah, just everything bad that happens. Oh, that's terrorism now. It's like, well, no, there's a specific point to terrorism. It's a bad point. It's a very bad point. Don't get me wrong. I am not arguing in favor of it. I'm just saying that the definition that most people use nowadays is an unhelpful definition. Cinnabon, T word equals Wesley Crushers. Who wouldn't be terrified by a sleeper cell of Wesley Crushers nearby? Just ready to start messing things up at a drop of a hat. Let's see. Yeah, John, that's a lot of sushi. It's a bit of sushi leftover bits that no one wants. Captain Trick is saying the riders are domestic terrorists, and if the National Guard needs to be called in, they'll be surprised how they are treated. See, I disagree. Well, okay, so Antifa. Would Antifa fit my definition of terrorist? That's a hard one. They are organized. They do seem to be military in nature.
You who sleep, accept this dream.
They do enact violence to force a societal change. You know what? I think in this case... I think in this case, I might actually agree that they are a terrorist organization.
So that his body and yours may be one. Grant him your mind and accept his, so that his mind and yours may be one. Grant him your dreams and accept his, so that the paths of your souls finally intertwine. Cthulhu Kashag. Let his soul guide you to us, just as your dreams guided it to you.
Oh, I can actually move. I thought this was a cutscene, so I was standing still waiting.
Let your dreamers open the way, so that the day finally comes when you will awake.
Let's see, can I... If I wonder... Should I get close to these guys? Like, I wonder what would happen if I got too close.
I feel him.
Oh, and yeah,
You are gifted.
so currently, Brenda Prey is trying to get people to vote for what video he's going to do next week on his Cinema Saturdays, and everyone's trying to vote up Crystal Skull. So Cinnabon Bunny just put in the link to where you can do your vote. To go vote for the Crystal Skull. I feel like I'm about to mess things up majorly here. If I get much closer, but I don't know. That's what save points are for, right guys?
We are ready for the ceremony. What about your protege?
His awakening is complete. He will join you shortly.
Look at me, here I am! Whee! Oh, that was short-lived. Okay, that's what I thought. I was just curious. Yes, Wesley, you did hear your name. We were talking about the T word, and that Wesley must be the T word. Let's see, I think I missed something a while back ago. Oh yeah, Cinnabon was saying that Captain Trek, saying to Captain Trek that we had our entire National Guard called up last night, over 4,000 troops. Now, Cinnabon, the writings were kind of intense where you are, right? Like thankfully, here in Dallas, we didn't really have rioting. We had protesting, people blocked up the highway for a little bit, but beyond that, it didn't get too bad from what I
You are gifted
from what I
indeed.
heard.
Not another word. Let him pass pass through every part. Bring me more sacred flesh. All you who sleep.
Yes, Wes, that's what it is. You are a
We
Terminator.
pray for your return into the kingdom of the earth.
Okay, so I'll do this a little more carefully so I don't get captured this time.
We are ready for the ceremony. What about your protege?
His awakening is complete. He will join you shortly.
So yeah, we'll just sneak on out of here. And honestly, that was one of the reasons I got annoyed by DS9. I didn't like how they kept trying to call the Bajorans terrorists. Because as far as I recall, and it's been a while since I've watched all of DS9, but I don't remember them ever going after civilian targets, like specifically attacking Cardassian civilians. They always went after the military target. Like the most I remember from DS9 in terms of attacking a civilian was there was a single time when Kira Nerys, she went back in time to the orb of time. And
What are you doing here? I saw two odd-looking guys coming down. Seemed up to no good.
and in the past she almost killed her mom
What in the world is this?
because she was collaborating with Dukat.
Intruder!
Oh shit!
Run, Bradley, run!
Don't move! Police! Don't move!
Ooh, we got Davy Jones over here.
I won't hesitate!
Bradley, get back!
Get back! You asked for it! Charles, you shouldn't have seen this.
Okay, so Charles, he was the husband that everyone thought was dead. Okay, so I need to nope my way out of here.
It's caving in. I need to get out of here.
Running.
My leg!
I can't see my legs! I can't see my legs! Oh well. Let's see, Cinnabon is saying truck driver that drove into the freeway crowd was just charged with assault. Okay, so Cinnabon, on that one, man, that's a tough one. Like, did he have time to stop? What was it his fault, or was it like, hey, here's a crowd, I'm trying to stop, nothing to do, or did he gun it? Like, yeah, I'm not stopping for these guys. Okay, John's saying the Bajoran resistance did sometimes attack Cardassian civilians. For example, the episode "The Darkness and the Light." Help me remember that one, John. More full details.
At last.
Because I don't recall the details of them attacking the civilians. Like I said, the most I remember was the mom was going to die, but even then, the mom wasn't the target. Gul Dukat was the target, and she was an unfortunate casualty of the device, which I think is an important distinction, because there are times when, in order to attack a military organization who is hiding behind a wall of civilians, civilians do get hurt. I don't think it's fair to ascribe evil intent to the one who causes the civilians to get hurt as the attacking party. Like the people who are using civilians as shields, they are the ones at fault. But But John, maybe you can hum a few bars of the episode and it'll come back to me. Okay, so Bradley's dead, and we are. Okay, Pierce found himself prisoner of a rockfall, and I've been rushed to the Riverside Institute. I'm in critical state. Because what can be more fun than spending time in an insane asylum? Oh, this does not look fun. Oh, even if all they're doing is helping me, this is like my least favorite part of the game so far. Like they could legitimately be like just healing me, and just the idea of waking up to someone about to inject me with a syringe, and set my bones. Ugh.
Strong subject.
There, he's opening his eyes.
Saved him, Fuller.
I can't get up.
Don't move, Pierce. You can certainly say that you gave us a scare.
What did you do to me? Undo these straps!
Whoa, go easy, my friend.
You were dead. He killed you.
Are you sure he's better?
He was dead. Me too, we were dead. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, my friend.
What? No!
Okay, John saying the episode is about someone killing the members of Kira's cell one at a time. Turns out it was a Cardassian civilian who was badly injured in an attack. And then they planted a bomb in a home to assassinate an important Cardassian. And they killed his entire family and injured many of the servants. Okay, so see, like that's like a really important distinction
What
here.
happened to me?
That they were going after
Where
a
am I?
military target and civilians were hurt. They weren't going after a civilian target.
Mr. Sanders, you have to come with us.
No, please. I can't leave here.
You got no choice, Sanders, and neither do we.
You don't understand.
And Cinnabon was saying the truck driver was driving pretty fast. They just showed the video. If anyone was right in the path, they would have been hit. And as soon as the truck stopped, the crowd swarmed it. Man, that's a hard one. Like, if I was in that situation, like if you stop and you know you're just gonna get attacked, I mean, is it any different from pulling a gun on someone at that point? Like someone is coming to attack you in your vehicle. Your choices are to stop and get assaulted, or commit vehicular manslaughter. That'd be a tough call. I think the guy may. I think the guy may have been making the right choice, and the guy may have even like I gotta see more info. The guy may have been completely innocent. It's so hard to tell.
This foul gas again.
Like for all we know, like this is such one of the hard things about videos now. You see the video of something happening, and all you see is the last like 5 seconds right before things go bad, and you're sitting there going, well, what happened prior to things going bad? Was this really him acting in malicious content, or did it turn out like the past 5 minutes before that, like he was being mercilessly beat and he was trying to get away, and finally in the last 5 seconds he retaliated? It really makes me think of that Orville episode where everyone is judged based on a community opinion, where you can upvote someone or downvote someone. If you get too many downvotes, you're lobotomized. And then the only way to be found innocent is to go on an apology tour and hope that people accept your apology. Like that's legal. And it seems like we're heading that way too. Like that's one of the things that Seth actually did really good with the Orville. That was such a timely episode, with how no longer are we really judged in a court of law, we're judged in a court of public opinion.
They tracked and hunted me, pursued me right into their dreams. They scribbled all over their maps in the wake of my lonely wanderings.
Okay. So is that the creature that they caught, the miraculous catch? And Jeff is saying the truck driver was blaring the horn. Okay, everyone just staring at me here. Is it getting foggier? I feel like it's getting foggier. That guy looks like he's choking himself. Every other one is shushing me. And Jeff is talking about how do we know what the driver... Oh, yeah, we're still talking about the episode, yes.
No sea is dark enough to hide the color of my blood. No wind strong enough to scatter my dreams.
So Cinnabon is talking about the truck driver saying, true, but a crowd that size, you should have seen it far enough away to slow down. I live right near there, so the road is straight and flat, so you can see pretty far. Assuming he was paying attention and wasn't, distracted driving, which is another, which would be negligent manslaughter at that point. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where once you start clogging up a highway, it's one of those things where it's like you accept the consequences at that point. I do think that on the driver's side you should stop.
Because you will have released me. But the earth will resound to your cries, or theirs. Awake and free me.
I really don't want to awaken and free that guy. Like that seems like the worst thing I could do.
You there. Wake up. Come on, stand up. We don't have much time.
Okay, and just back to DS9, Kara is unapologetic and says that civilians are viable
friend
targets.
Of Ethan Bradley. It was he who told me that you had been interned here.
Wait. Bradley is really alive? I don't understand. You filled me so full of drugs I can't distinguish dream from reality.
Please believe that I have nothing to do with these disgraceful treatments. Look, I don't have time to explain everything. I'm not really supposed to be here. And the same goes for you, according to Ethan. You must leave as soon as possible, and as unobtrusively as possible. I've brought you your clothes. Let me go ahead. We'll meet upstairs.
Wait a minute.
Okay, what do they do? The patients here? How am I supposed to escape from here? You're not getting in too deep. I don't know what I'm dealing with. I always like to start with the unlock answer. I don't know what that does. I'm really hoping that is I've investigated stuff to get a bonus question. So I'm going to start there. What do they do to the patients here?
What's going on here? What do they do to the patients to make them so terrified?
I would really like to know. I only see them when they are brought up for medical treatment, for problems they didn't have before going downstairs. But this is neither the time nor the place to talk about that. We must not stay here. There are 2 men standing guard near the stairs. It's the only way to the floor above. I shall try to distract them, and get at least one to come with me. All you need to do is to follow me as soon as the way is free.
Understood.
So yeah, Karis Zanapolo says that civilians are viable targets. You know, again, it's one of those things where it's like...
What does this mean?
There's a difference with being aware that civilians might die when a military target is attacked versus specifically targeting civilians. And I don't feel like the Bajorans ever specifically targeted civilians. And I'm going to qualify that even. The paintings are cursed. Ooh.
What did he write about the painting?
That a civilian in the sense of the leader, like a civic leader, I would say is a legitimate target in a time of war.
Sarah Hawkins is on this list of authorized visitors.
So that if Kira was...
This is no medicine.
If Kira was trying to end a war, I would not argue that by attacking
Why this
a political leader that would have been a civilian target.
Over.
Like, it's one of those things where I feel like Star Trek was trying to... The writers of DS9 were trying to have it both ways. That they were freedom fighters who were trying to undo the oppressive occupation of their solar system, their planet. So they're kind of painted like the Kardashians were the N-words
an asylum
from Germany, and the Kardashians were the Jewish people. And then at the same time, they tried to flip it around and be like, "Oh, but they're actually terrorists." And it's like, well, no, no, they weren't. They were fighting against an oppressive, occupying force. Can I lean? No, it doesn't look like I can lean in this game. Wesley, this is Call of Cthulhu.
If I don't get out of here, I'll end up like him.
It was made in 2018, toward the latter end of it, I think. And yeah, it's definitely a dark game.
Poor wretch.
John's saying, a civic leader I understand, but not his entire family. So I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's one thing to...
I don't understand. These people need care. You keep
Hold on a second.
them in a terrible place as if...
Go back upstairs where your patients are waiting for you to treat them. As for you, gentlemen, do not disappoint me anymore. No one enters or leaves.
Yes, Doctor.
Damn it. I'll have to find a way of getting rid of those two myself.
Okay, when someone's detecting me, I may see a yellow and then a red symbol, and that'd be bad. So again, I don't... And obviously I don't remember the episode too intensely. But from what you're saying, they didn't target the whole family. They were okay with the family being hit, but they didn't target the family. I think that's an important distinction. Okay, so I might need to hide in the high voltage later. Let's see. There's
the machine is working again, but the control wheels haven't been put back on.
I was just going to the storage room. I can bring them to you.
No, Dr. Fuller doesn't want us touching the pressure valves.
As you want. I'm gonna see if there's sleeping pills left. They've run out again upstairs.
Put a few aside for me, will you? And above all, leave the wheels where they are.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get caught a couple times while I run through this, as I figure out this stealth mechanic. Note to staff, last week's incidents caused significant damage to the infrastructure, putting a stop to current experiments. This is unacceptable. From now on, the wheels to operate the gas stopcocks must be kept in the storage room after each use. Moreover, you must keep the register up to date. Signed, Dr. Fuller.
The green gas leaves from here and it runs through the whole building.
Okay, let's see if I can't pick this.
Perfect.
Yeah. Let's see.
It's an ammeter. I didn't expect to see one on this little rock. Have I activated anything?
Okay, so I kind of feel like I'm going to jump into this high voltage closet now and die because I've activated high voltage. Nope. Nope, but I can't take being in there too long. Okay.
It's locked.
Okay, let's close this door. I don't want people coming in behind me. Oh, sick. So now I can't hide in here too long. Oh, look at everything all fisheye on me. Okay, so let's look at my personality, because I don't think I used to be afraid of tight spaces. Let's see. I got some mental trauma. The rituals underneath the Hawkins Mansion pierced the disemboweling of Officer Bradley by a man with a monstrous appearance. The men's and gowns and the rituals had not succeeded in affecting the veteran. However, the brutal death of Bradley, the discovery of the identity of his killer, whom we recognize as the dead Charles Hawkins, the husband of the Sarah Hawkins, as well as the latter's superhuman strength, managed to strike fear into him. Pierce still doesn't know Pierce still does not know if he should believe what he saw. He may even put these visions of the horror to the shock caused by the death of Bradley, or he may put it down to lack of oxygen provoked by the rock fall. Alright. Huh. I thought one of them would be like, you are claustrophobic now.
This lever must turn on the gas machine. The control wheel is missing.
So I need the control wheel. Hello, Robert Rose Jr. How are you doing today? John was saying, I think it's an example of a sympathetic cause, but attained with questionable methods. You know, I feel like that's what they tried to go for in the end.
This valve controls the pressure.
But like they didn't present it that way. It's like they tried to switch things up in the middle of everything. Let's see. Dr. Fuller, I've repaired your machine as best I can. However, the piping has been damaged and I fear that gas is escaping. I cannot do any more in such a short time. All I can do is warn you. If the equipment is put under too much pressure, there is a risk of explosion. ZLN, mechanic. Nothing there. Let's see, I need to know the control wheel
is missing.
Taped together. I have literally been to job sites where this is how things were fixed. So I click both, and then I can lean. Okay, this is how I lean. Very good. I don't like not being able to see. Anyone. Like, I don't like not knowing where the people who are going to catch me are.
This padlock is too complicated for me.
Oh, lame. Lame. I should have upgraded my investigation skill, then I totally would have been able to do it. My bad. Okay, good. Some more medicine.
I could use this control wheel to turn the valve I saw.
Alright, we're just gonna keep crawling along here.
Locked.
Jeff is saying, I didn't see the guy with the hatchet. Oh yeah, there's some guy with a hatchet trying to get into the truck. That's crazy. Okay, so there's someone. Oh shoot, there's someone right there. Crap, don't look over here. Where'd he go? Oh, there's a chef. Oh crap, I've made mistakes. Oh, crap. Also, I love it. The guy, like, looked right at me, but he's not sure if he really saw me. I might have just been a really large rat. So Jeff was asking, what did he have a hatchet for at a protest? Let's get out of here. And, you know, that is the thing. A lot of people who are going to these quote-unquote protests, they're not out to peaceably protest anything. Oh, crap. They are out here for blood. They're out there to cause problems. I don't...
Take a look.
Oh, darn. Oh, darn. Oh, darn. Well, this guy... I don't see how this guy can miss me here.
Is there anybody around here? I think we got a walker. This way.
Oh, crap, they saw me.
This way.
Punch him! Do something! Anything! Darn it. Okay, let's see how far back I was. Okay.
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Well, crap. We'll try again. Okay, so there is a guy with a torch there. Alright. Hopefully this time I've hit him a little bit more efficiently. Okay, he's coming in here. Which way is he gonna go? Come this way. I hide back here. Cinnabon saying basically it sounds like they want to know why he was driving in that area since they already had been diverting traffic. Why he was going so fast. I guess those are fair questions.
The door is blocked on the other side.
I mean, I'd want to know that too. Like, if they had been diverting traffic, it makes you wonder, like, did they just mess up? Did they forget to... Did they miss a guy? And he was, you know, not doing anything wrong, just trying to get home or something? Or, like, did he know there's issues going on, and he went out of his way...
With these chains on your wrist, you can't escape.
Trying to cause trouble. And yeah, John, pay no attention to the man behind the pots. Please. Okay, he's over there. I feel like I need to be in that room where the guy is. Like, can I lock him up? Will that do it? Nope. Nope, he comes right out. Alrighty. Man, I really got myself in a corner on this one. Kind of literally. Can I... Oh, that's why I want that. Heck yeah, I want that.
Scopolamine, morphine, opium. Nothing but common drugs.
Ah, shoot, did I get in here too soon? Oh, I hope this guy doesn't stay here long. Go away, buddy. Okay. I think it's safe to come out now. Nice. Nice! You know what? He's over there. I can come over here. Okay, so there's got to be something in here, like they got to have some reward for braving your way past this dude. And now he gets over there for a little while. Oh yeah. Huh. Okay, I get some more medical. Very good. So there's no way to level up my medical abilities. Other than just, like, finding it. Ah, crap. I meant to shut that door. Just pay no attention over here. Alright.
I could use this control wheel to turn the valve I saw.
Okay, I'm gonna assume I got everything I need at this point and get out of Dodge. Nice. Hopefully no one's down here already. That would suck.
Now for the next step.
Okay, now the game's saved, I'm gonna try and look around a little bit. Cause I got a fresh set point here, save point.
Exactly what I need.
Oops.
Good God. What could this machine be used for?
According to his record, the patient seems to be suffering from psychosis. He gouged his own eyes out in an attack of delirium.
What is going on here?
Wait, is someone coming down this way? Let's go hide in case someone comes exploring. So I've been doing some fun stuff recently.
The corpse is complete. Whose are these limbs?
Ew.
Is there a connection between this corpse and the machine?
I got a Sega Genesis ordered because it's been a long time since I've never really owned a Sega Genesis before. I really want to, but one of the other things I'm doing is I've had a couple Nintendo systems lying around that I've been working on getting upgraded a bit.
What's the connection between this meat and the electrical installation?
Is there clue down here?
Vats of rotten flesh? An elaborate electrical system? Like a dumb pulp novel.
So, for instance, right now with my original Nintendo systems, one of them, man, I made some dumb choices back in the day. And one of them,
It's done. Now for the others.
I decided I wanted to get rid of the voltage regulator. So a Nintendo, it accepts a range of voltage, anything from 9 volts up to like 13 volts. Now the more voltage you add, like the hotter it gets, and the less lifespan your Nintendo is going to have. So it's best not to have higher voltages on it.
Zoology, esotericism, mineralogy, and a full shelf on cephalopods.
Okay, so if someone starts to come in here, which I certainly hope they don't.
Sarah Hawkins. She was a patient here.
Let's see. She was interned at Riverside for fits of insanity a while before her death. She wasn't at her first attempt with the fire at the mansion. Oh, wow. So apparently she tried to burn her husband multiple times.
That Dr. Fuller again.
The documents attesting to the facts that Irene Sanders, wife of Francis Sanders, had her husband interned after he had shown grave signs of madness. So, hey, are you getting that we shouldn't be trusting Dr.
Anthropology,
Fuller?
Nothing surprising.
Alright, seems... Okay, I see a guy coming. So yeah, so I decided, well, why not just completely get rid of the 5 volt, or the voltage regulator. I can give the NES a constant 5 volt power supply and be completely rid of the really, it's an inefficient voltage regulator is what it is. Like, it's known for its inefficiencies on the original Nintendo. crap, where'd that guy go?
Burns me. I will not eat it anymore. Again.
Theoretically, I've only got one lever to push.
Know that it is not good.
But unfortunately, in practice, I did not. Oh crap! I'm getting myself to a corner here. Yeah, he sees me all right. I need to hide. I need to hide.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So anyway, it's a really inefficient linear regulator. So I thought I could get rid of it, give it a solid 5 volts, and have a better system. But I never really did it right. Unfortunately, so I removed the voltage regulator, and then I jumpered out where the voltage input would be to the voltage output, effectively bypassing it, except I never reconnected the ground for some reason. I left it unconnected, so that was dumb on my part.
4 days, maximum. 5 at the most.
Is this guy coming back? No, go away, go away. So anyway, I then said, you know what? I'm going to replace the linear voltage regulator with a much more efficient switching regulator. So I got that ordered, and then no sooner had I gotten it ordered than I did some more research on it, and I found out that that was actually a really dumb thing on my part. That the switching regulators are... Oh crap! No! Turn out my light! Turn out my light! Okay. How do I put away... Oh crap, I've done something horrible. I've just lit up a huge beacon. Oh crap! On a stick! Oh. Oh, mistakes were made. Oh, wow. I'll get the heart pumping. Okay, so where am I? So yeah, anyway, it was a bad choice. It turns out that the switching voltage regulator, it is very noisy, and so it generates a lot of interference on the system. So
Yeah, you there. Come here. I don't know what you're doing there, but...
What do you want?
Sleep. That's all.
Sleep? You don't want to leave?
No. Have you seen the storm that's brewing? I'm fine here. Except for one problem.
You want sleeping pills, right?
Yeah. And in exchange, I can make noise. Lots of noise.
You'll draw the guards to your cell to allow me to escape.
So, you in? Find something to make me sleep, and I'll take care of the guards for you.
Is it the noise that disturbs you?
No, it's the nightmares. We all have them here. That's what wakes us up. And afterwards, there's no way to get back to sleep.
If I find something, who knows what I'll do?
Don't play the wise guy because you're on the outside and I'm not.
So anyway, yeah, voltage regulator is super noisy. So I mean, I guess I could try and find some way to put in like an RF shield on the voltage regulator, and hopefully that would be enough to like keep the interference out, because I don't want a bunch of noise coming on the video lines. That's the whole reason I'm trying to do these mods. So I went ahead, and I was real disappointed that I thought I had a great idea to switch out the constant voltage regulator with the switching mode one, but no such luck.
Locked.
So I got that going on. I got some basically it's a little bit better version of the regulator I already had. But it can do. I think the regulator that comes with the NES is spec'd out for like 1.5 or like 1 amp or something at 5 volts, and I got one that should do 2 volts or 2 amps at 5 volts. So it'll be a little bit better. I'll get a little bit better heat sink on there while I'm at it. All right. Crap, did he see me? I mean, even if he did, I mean, it doesn't make too much a difference at this point. Yeah, Wesley, crap on a stick. Live with Matthew 2020.
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
I thought I got the key to get me everywhere. So that would have been too convenient. And yeah, that was extremely unexpected. I did not at all see it coming that an inmate was going to reach out and grab me.
If I walk, I do not stop. If I do not stop, he does not catch me. If he does not catch me, I do not sleep. If I do not sleep, I do not see him. I do not hear him. He does not call me. He does not call. He calls me. If I walk, I do not stop.
Get me out!
I do not stop. I
Don't let me sleep in here.
catch him. I sleep. If I sleep.
I really don't like that I can't put away. Oh, I did it! Sheesh. How did I do it? I couldn't figure out how to put the stupid lighter away, and now it seems I've randomly figured out how to do it. Not that I'm really complaining. Okay, the clicking my scroll wheel is what gets it put away. Let's see, Robert Rose Jr. What is my thoughts on the Raspberry Pi system? I love it. In fact, back when the Raspberry Pi first came out, I was a moderator on their boards for, I don't know, about 2 years. And one of the things that really frustrated me, I had one of the first Raspberry Pis ever made. I still have it, actually. But I modified it. I modified it like an idiot. I wish I had left that original Raspberry Pi completely unmodded, but I did not. But I do like it. You know, I used to try to find all sorts of ways to find places to use the Raspberry Pi. So for a long time, I used a Raspberry Pi as a network attached storage server, basically. Oh.
I bet there's no longer any priests on Darkwater.
Okay, stay away from that guy this time. Is there anything we found over here? Nope. Let's see. He's almost here, so let's go hiding. So yeah, for a long time, I used it as my media server. I used it as gaming servers. I used it as what's that? XBMC. They're called Cody now. I use it as a Cody server, and just everything. I try to use it any place I could use it. The more I used it in places, the more frustrated I kind of got with it, because the more I'd start to see the inherent limitations of the device itself. So for my Samba server, or my network attached server, it worked, but it made a hard limitation out of the fact that, like, it didn't actually have any way for me to connect a hard drive to it except the SATA connection, or the USB connection, and the USB connection was shared with the network also. So I was basically cutting myself in half every time I did a network operation, because half of it would be used for the network and half of it would be used for reading and writing from the hard drive. So after a while, I broke down and I bought a Synology network attached storage device. And then I actually ended up buying a second one for my home business server. And that one also doubles as a... Did I not? Oh, crap. I thought I got another wheel. Did I use it already, guys? Or I must have gotten stuck somewhere? I must have gotten caught and lost it. Rats. Where was it? Okay, let's see what I got here. What I got in my inventory. I have keys to the guard room, keys to the maintenance room. I got a jack of all trades? How do I get that? Don't care about this stuff really. Clues that we all just read, so we don't need to go over them again. I hate having these check marks like there's something I haven't actually looked at. So bear with me. Let's see. I have 2 character points to spend. I really don't want to spend them right now because there's nothing I could level up, so we're going to save it. Hey Darren, how are you doing, my friend? Yeah, this is another totally wholesome game to be playing right now. It is Call of Cthulhu. Yeah, Mr. Lindell, Call of Cthulhu again. Getting a little bit further. We're down in... We made it through the caves and had a cave-in, and I woke up in an insane asylum. So that's where we're at right now, and...
He'll find me. He can see me.
And
let's calm down, please. No!
What is going on in there?
Pain is just information, dear Francis. Invaluable information for my research.
Kill me! Kill me!
What?
If you don't kill me, he will.
My poor friend, I fear your mind is lost forever.
Let's see. Okay. Let's get that. There it is. Okay, there we go. Apparently I got caught after coming into this room last time, and I didn't realize there was stuff I need to get again. But there we go. Let's see, is everything pressured up here? No, this one needs to be pressurized. Wesley Crusher Raspberry Pi. It is a credit card size computer device. And they cost like $35. So I mean, it's an extremely cheap thing. I tried to use it a couple times for like, I tried to set my son up with one for him to learn programming on, but it's not quite powerful enough for that. It really has some niche markets for it to fill.
I've got to hide before the guards see me.
Yeah, John. I've turned this into a real potty mouth stream with my crap on a stick and so forth. The connection in this game, Darren, is that this is literally Call of Cthulhu. It is you fighting elder horrors, stuff like that.
Doctor, is that you? Don't you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me, like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
Oh, I don't have enough medicine to do it. Okay. What did they do
You're
to you?
Sanders, aren't you? I heard you from my cell. What did they do to you? What does Fuller want with you?
The doctor? You think it's the doctor who scares me? The doctor wants to heal me. But he's the one who's crazy. He wants to restore my sight. He wants to give me back my eyes. And yet I told him that I didn't want them. I do not want to see it anymore. The real culprit is Sarah. Her and her accursed paintings.
You're kidding me. You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
The one and only. The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened or cursed than Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, well, time answer is
In her office, I saw
darn
signs
it.
of a ritual, perhaps an invocation. These things, that's what makes you say she's cursed.
You're wrong.
I wasn't paying attention.
It was not an invocation, but a revocation. But she failed. And that's what counts.
What's going on this island?
I'm so sorry. We should never have met.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you. No, don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. Don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
What finds me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor. The Shambler.
Sanders.
Oh, crap.
Pull yourself together.
Without her, it's no longer possible to save me.
Oh, crap.
No!
Sanders! What the hell?
Can I move yet? I would very much like to move.
I gotta... Okay. This is insane. What killed him?
Well, I think it's about time we find our way out of here. Yes, leaving would be better than staying at this point.
Damn! The gas!
Ugh, crap.
Oh, my head.
Later. We need to move on.
Bradley, didn't you die? I feel like Bradley died. Bradley died. I don't know why. I don't know whose side he's on now. Tim Christ, he's saying that he played this. Let's see. You remember playing the tabletop RPG with friends in the past first game? I actually have. Hopefully this Thursday, me, Wes, Cinnabon. I never heard back from Captain Cat. I was hoping Captain Cat would be joining us, but he won't be. And then two of my friends that live in the area, they're going to be joining us, and we're going to be playing Call of Cthulhu. So we're not going to do it live. I thought about playing this live, but I decided it'd be too distracting to be trying to step in atmosphere and reading chats as they came in. So we are just going to... we'll do it offline, we'll record it, and then we'll upload our session when we're done to see how it goes.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
And yeah, so one of the things in the Call of Cthulhu mythos is the Shambler, and they are just bad news all over the place. So I'd like not to be involved with the Shamblers. And Tim, we'll be playing the Haunting, the classic first-time adventure of Call of Cthulhu RPG gaming.
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
So we're gonna talk about it, or I mean,
how's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
Let's see. I don't have enough occult to talk about that. Let's talk to Bradley. What happened, man? I don't have enough medicine. It's common that he should be dead. I think a layperson can tell that a stomach wound to gut like that should kill you. I don't think you have to be a doctor, but hey, Charles was alive.
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You saw it.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins Mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital. And called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel?
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
Not gonna let me do camera? Oh well. Okay. About you and Dr. Colden.
I heard you talking earlier.
Why am I not surprised?
I get the impression you two don't get along.
Intrusive and not very clever. Anyway, Let's get back to the business at hand.
Darren expected me to be playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I haven't heard of that one, but if I get enough buzz for it, then sure, I'll subject myself to such horrors. Okay, so Dr. Cullen, she was the one who let us out of the insane asylum. Let's talk to her about Sarah.
I found a file bearing Sarah Hawkins' name in the Institute's basement.
It makes sense. A powerful family like the Hawkins had the means to hide such a disgrace.
But everyone knows the Fullers have been taking care of the Hawkins for at least a generation. And all were aware of Mrs. Hawkins' fragility.
Perhaps, but no one would allow a psychiatric internment.
From what I read in the file, Fuller used her as a subject of his experiments.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins, subjects of Dr. Fuller. Why those two?
I saw
Dr.
dead bodies.
Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes. I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan. And I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
Let's see, I might be on to a lead.
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
Well, something picked him up, threw him around the room, and maybe electrocuted him? Talked about a shambler.
I didn't see what, but something was there, with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
I think she put him in there. I think she's part of the problem.
We don't know the bottom of it.
Do we not tell her the truth, saying let's be prudent, or do we confront the truth? I think we should stay prudent. In a Call of Cthulhu, knowledge is danger, so let's stay prudent.
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what...
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
Awesome. Robert's saying, I know some people like Linux and Ubuntu, but will anything ever come along to be a real challenger to Windows or OS? Robert, I love Linux. I actually think that Ubuntu has made a real step backwards in terms of its abilities recently. Starting a couple revisions ago, they removed a lot of the power that Ubuntu used to give you. Like it used to, if I want to make a bad password, I can make a bad password. And it was my own fault for making a bad password if that system got hacked. And now they've removed that. They've also made it harder for you to set up networking. There's just a lot of things they've done recently that I think were bad choices that have made the system less of the powerhouse it used to be and more of a more Windows-like, to be honest. And I think that was a mistake, because I think they were a real challenger to Windows for a long time. In fact, on my work laptop here, I have my hard drives partitioned such that I can boot into either one. And it's been forever since I booted into Linux, simply because of how much abilities they've removed from it.
Sir? Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well. Look who's here.
Okay, she's the head of the mafia on the island.
You know each other?
Our paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday. I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
So I've noticed that this game, it's built on the Unreal Engine, and every once in a while, characters kind of glitch a little bit, which I'm pretty sure they didn't do on purpose, but it certainly makes for an interesting environment for the game, adds to the kind of insanity effect of the whole system. I'm not gonna attack her like that. He died screaming right before my eyes. I'm gonna lie, I was no longer there when it happened.
We had a short conversation and then I left. I don't know what happened after that.
Oh, I see. Mr. Pierce, you must forgive my audaciousness. But I've had practice of life in high society for over 30 years. Reading one's interlocutors, recognizing the politeness of a lie, are things that are taught very early to young girls from a good family. But your lie has nothing polite about it. It is crass, insulting, and dare I say, terribly suspicious. Try to understand my position. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
Let's see. I'm not very eloquent, but man, that's the best option I got here. So here we go.
It's terrible what happened to your husband, but I had nothing to do with it. I was injured, and I came across him in the hospital quite by chance.
Injured? Well, I'm delighted to see you in such fine fettle, Detective. Not everybody enjoyed such a prompt recovery.
I suppose Fuller does do miracles now and again.
Luck is obviously very kind to you. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce.
Wait, does that mean like...
I would be grateful if you could tell
Does that
me
mean
what
I
you
have
expect of me,
like corpse
and then
parts
leave.
on me right now? I totally missed this, but I think they just dropped the hint that Fuller, he's been doing some Frankenstein stuff. And I'm pretty sure I got Frankenstein in there to get healed up so quickly.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
No.
It is my only lead.
No, I don't want to look at it.
I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
No! No! Fine, I'm gonna rummage through stuff right in front of you.
Did she really care for him after all?
Dear Madam, I acknowledge receipt of the letter in which you demand the body of your deceased husband. I am sorry to inform you that I cannot agree to return his body to you. At the moment of his interment, you signed a discharge allowing me to dispose of his body as I see fit. I extend my deepest condolences to you. I totally got Frankenstein! That is gross!
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Shoot, I just looked at it. Alright, let's see what we got here. Teacup. Yeah, that's first class detective work right there, a teacup.
Frances Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even? Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler, "Finally." What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting? He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom? She despises Sarah Hawkins, but it's the painting she truly hates. Why? She first refused to sell the painting. How did that make her feel?
I see you, Wesley. I think everyone's just being quiet.
A house of artists.
And yeah, Robert, that it really does suck what they've done. I mean, it's still a good operating system. It's just not. It's not like the alternative to Windows that was being set up. Like it used to truly be an environment for IT people.
The Shambler. I need to see it.
I really don't want to see it. Or not just IT people. Like it used to be the. It used to be the system for power users. Like if you didn't know anything about Linux, you could still use it, and you would still do a great job with it. There was no problems. But if you did know how to use Linux, you could do a lot of powerful stuff, and you could do a lot of dumb stuff with it, certainly.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Like it was your responsibility to use it responsibly. And Mr. Lindell saying, "Yeah, we're all following the plot of the game. I think this would make a good gothic horror movie." Oh yeah, in fact, there have been lots of, or at least there have been a few movies directly inspired by, like were direct adaptations of H.P. Lovecraft films and works.
For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
And then I would say that a lot of horror movies have been inspired
I could use one
by
of
H.P.
those.
Lovecraft stuff.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
This volume spends some time on Reverend Wickwood's community. His wife expresses her worries about the strange dreams of the Reverend's congregations, or that the Reverend's congregations are having since their arrival on the island. Some members of the community, her husband included, begin to speak of their visions as a messenger sent by God. She is scared that they will suffer the same fate as the lost tribe. Yeah, read the book. It's a kind of encyclopedia of monstrous and unknown creatures. I'm beginning to believe they exist. Cool. Maybe not the right choice, but oh well.
That's
What do you
twice
want?
you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
I'm looking for another painting.
Another painting by Sarah Hawkins. One connected to the horrors I've discovered on this island.
What a surprise. I'm listening.
What are you doing here?
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
No, I wouldn't. You cut the side of someone's cheek open.
Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop.
A strange Amerindian pendant.
Wes, yeah, I think Darren left. I think that, I don't think that he enjoys this type of game. That's fair. Let's see, that should be more medicine. Excellent. I don't think you upset him. You know, he might be tired just from... I did go back and I watched some anti-stream. So he might just be tired of arguing with people, you know? I was hoping I'd find a phonograph in here, but no such luck. Okay. That's it? Okay. Okay, I don't want to look at the Shambler picture yet. Okay, I really want that to be the last thing I do, because I think once I do it, it's going to cue a cutscene or something.
The public entrance to the gallery.
Which, I think after this chapter, I'll go ahead and wrap up the stream. And Wes, hopefully you're almost back. And we'll just jump over to your stream.
Why was
Keep
he
the party
so
going.
interested in old weapons?
as long as Darren doesn't fall off his flat Earth. Oh, nah. You know, Darren and I would disagree about the geometry of the Earth. I do want to make sure we all, as much fun as we do poking at each other.
Transforms an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
Darren is an incredibly smart guy. Like, I think he's wrong about the flat Earth, but beyond that, he is a very intelligent man. And, you know, I did hear that he was talking some about the belief that some people have that the moon puts out cold light. And I do think it's an important thing to talk about, because it is an easily disproven thing. And if anyone ever believes that it is that the moon puts out cold light, I encourage you to do testing, because this is an extremely easy thing to disprove. You just have to think about what's actually going on. With the environment. Behind you! Behind you! Okay, so the guy said that it wasn't an invocation, it was a revocation. Oh man, I told you not to go looking at it. So I guess someone else did the invocation the first time and she just redid it? So I guess I'm gonna have this thing going after me for the rest of the game, maybe?
What the hell was that?
Okay. It's somewhere around here. I know I'm gonna die a couple times trying to get out. Okay, let's see. So what's the actual goal here? How do I get away from this thing?
I can't even touch it.
Oh snap! I'm not here. You didn't see anything. Oh, you saw something. No. No! Oh. Skip. Okay, we're gonna try this again.
What the hell was that?
Okay, so... I was hoping you wouldn't like light, but Nope, he's fine with light. No, Rob, it's okay. We're not gonna unmod you, Wes, just for an accident. Can I destroy the painting with my lighter? That's what I'm kind of wondering.
What the hell was that?
I mean, let's just make a run for it.
That thing came out of this painting. There has to be a link. Maybe if I destroy it.
Yeah, would you please? Oh, man. Okay, so somehow... Okay. Somehow I need to get the Shambler to run away so I can go inspect...
What the hell was that?
Inspect the painting. So I'm just gonna make a run for it right off the bat. Hopefully he'll follow me in here. Where? Okay. I think he was coming right behind me. Yep, there he is. Very good. Let's see. What do I got here?
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Yeah, John here. Shambler. Yeah. So we're trying to get Kingdom of the Crystal Skull to win over Galaxy Quest. Now I do like Galaxy Quest more, but we're trying to get we're trying to cook the book, so to speak. Yar, yar. Oh, I'm not good at this stealth nonsense. Okay, I think I need to take the knife to the painting, to be honest. Okay, so I make it to the closet. Where's the Shambler? Wasn't he chasing me? I just know I'm gonna come out of this and he's gonna be like right there.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
I mean, I guess that's kind of... Yep, there he is. I knew it. Okay. Go ahead and leave. Alright. So now I need to make it to the painting. Of course, he's guarding the painting because he knows I'm going to destroy it. Mitchell Lindell, I stand with Bird. Man, that punk is really sticking to the painting. Oh man, I just know this isn't gonna end well for me again. Oh crap! Nothing to do but run for it now.
Damn it. This dagger didn't work.
Oh, come on. Did you see me run in here? Crap, he saw me run in here.
What the hell was that?
Okay. Once more. So the dagger that I thought was going to be my salvation ended up doing nothing for me. Let's try this one.
Damn, maybe I can use this dagger.
Yeah, Jeff, this is a super dark game, but you know it's. So there was a game I played. It was like a Japanese horror game about a camera. It's called like the Camera Obscura, I think was the name of the game. And man, it was too much for me. Like this type of suspense, it doesn't bother me, but that game was something else. Where is he? Where is he?
Damn it. This dagger didn't work.
Okay. I've tried two daggers. 2 down. Good luck, Wes. Hope the cops don't pull you over for breaking curfew because they're driving home from work. Okay. I know for a fact that that dagger doesn't work. This one looks funky enough. But yeah, so in this game, the whole idea was you're going through like this haunted house, and as you went through the house, you'd be encountered with spirits, and by using your camera to take photos of them, you would have to it would cause them to damage them. So you get like this really special camera. man.
Damn it.
Oh, man, I was running for him. But there came a part where, I don't know, I was maybe half an hour, maybe an hour into the game. And you come around it was only for the Wii, so I mean, you wouldn't think the graphics would be that intimidating. But man, I came around a corner and came against one of the ghosts, and I said, nope, that is it. I am done with this game. I can't handle this type of horror. Oh, he was right there. Oh, I'm so boned. How did I miss him? So what's going on, what's going on in the rest of the house right now in this game? Also, is he just circling me now? I mean, I think he's somewhere right around here. Well, here's the next one.
This dagger looks different.
All right, this dagger looks different. Hopefully that's the key word I needed to beat this. And Jeff, I do think there's a provision that will allow. I think he might get pulled over, but as long as he lets them know that he's driving from work to home, he should be okay. Okay. All I gotta do is make it to the painting one more time. Running, 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 running! This is unwanted physical contact. Whew. Nice.
What's the matter with you? You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
Yes. Yeah, I was attacked by a creature.
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
Let's see, you knew about the monster?
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
Yeah, what's the catch? Why are you giving me this information free of charge?
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I still got things to settle with Irene.
I wonder why she's crying. I mean, she told us to go to the gallery and we had to open that box. Okay, I'm going to stop it here and not do the next chapter. We'll save this next chapter for another time. Let me switch things over. Wow, that was a thing. That was a thing right there. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me this evening as I play this game. It certainly makes it less intense to have y'all around while I'm playing it. And by all means, everyone, if you don't have it already, let me pull up a link to Wesley's channel, because hopefully in just a little bit, Wesley Crusher will be streaming some of his game stuff, and we can keep this party going over on his channel. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So there's a link to Wesley's channel, which I think Wesley was going to ask me to put up a link to his. So there you go. And Wesley, you should be driving. Did you make it home safely? We're going to skip this cutscene because it should be here whenever I come back. $10. Okay, so I put a link to Wesley's stream. 10-20 minutes, get home, grab a bite, stuff like that. And hopefully we'll see you here in just a little bit. And everyone, thank you so much for hanging out on my stream. Hope to see you on Wes's in just a few. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please share it. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that bell icon to be kept up to date with all the new videos that I release on this channel. And as always, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Amen.